Good evening. 6:30. I'm going to call to order the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting of April 18th, 2023. We do have a quorum present. The first item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. The first one is the minutes of the March 16th, 2023 special called Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. And maybe I can do these all together, perhaps, instead of voting twice.
We don't actually have it as a consent agenda item, so we'll do two separate motions.
All right. So if there are no additions or corrections, may I have a motion on the minutes for March 16th?
Move to approve.
Motion by Karen.
Go ahead.
I'll second.
Second by, is that Ryan?
It was Robert.
Robert, okay.
You got it.
Now?
You get the next one. Okay.
Motion passes 6-0. The next is to consider the minutes of the March 21st, 2023 Joint Planning and Zoning Commission and Overlay District Board meeting. If there are no additions or corrections, may I have a motion here, please?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Motion by Francis.
Second.
Second by Alvin. Vote now. Motion passes 6-0. Next item is a regular hearing for a final plat of the Castle Hills H3 Lot 1 Block A on 15.966 acres out of the S. Singleton Survey, abstract number 1138. Currently zoned Planned Development General Business 2 District, located on the south side of Parker Road, across from the Dragon Banner Drive, being a replat of Castle Hills H3, Lot 1, Block A.
Good evening, Commissioners. First, please note that in the caption, the subject of it, the final plat of Castle Hills H3, Lot 1R and 2, Block A is how it should be stated. As shown at the bottom, it is a replat of Castle Hills H3 Lot 1 Block A. But with that, the replat of Castle Hills H3 was submitted on March 20th, 2023 and has been reviewed by staff. Staff recommends disapproval of the above plat with the following reasons based on the Lewisville Unified Development Code. Staff recommends that the Planning and Zoning Commission disapprove the replat of Castle Hills H3 for the deficiencies listed above and delegate to staff the authority to accept and approve the plat once the listed deficiencies are corrected. The approved plat will be brought to the chair for signature.
Thank you, Joe. Commissioners, are there any questions for staff on this item? Concerns? Anything? If not, may I have a motion, please?
I'd like to make a motion to disapprove the final plat and then delegate to the staff the ability to accept and approve the final plat once the listed deficiencies are corrected.
Motion is by Francis.
Second.
I've got Alvin on here, so I'm going to go with Alvin.
Robert. Yep.
Robert. All right, here we go. Francis and second by Robert. What about now? Motion passes 6-0. Okay, the final item for the Planning and Zoning Commission this evening is adjournment. May I have a motion, please?
Move to adjourn.
Motion by Karen.
Second.
Second by Alvin. Vote now. Motion passes 6-0. Okay, the next item on the agenda tonight is to call to order the Capital Improvements Advisory Committee meeting for Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. We do have a quorum present. And the first item on the agenda is to consider the meetings of the November 15th, 2022 Capital Improvements Advisory Committee meeting. If there are no additions or corrections, may I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Alvin. Second. Second by Karen. Vote now. Motion passes 6-0. The next item is for us to receive a presentation on the semi-annual report for the period of October 1st, 2022 through March 31st of 2023, and consider acceptance of the report and forward it to the City Council for review.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the committee, Keith Marvin, Director of Public Services for the City of Lewisville. I wasn't here in November, but my Assistant Director and at that time Acting Director Kelly Rouse presented. I believe you all were here present for that meeting. So I'm going to kind of breeze through some of the history piece of the item that's in your packet, the report that's in your packet. But please feel free to stop me and ask me any questions you may have as we go through. So a lot of history about the capital recovery fees, impact fees in there. The thing that I want to bring to note is that the current impact fee program and associated fees was approved at the September 17th, 2018 City Council meeting. That'll be important to remember here in a few minutes when I talk about next steps on going through revisions and another round of study on our master plan and our impact fees. Really, I'm going to skip through much of the rest of this unless you have any specific questions, and I'll get to the part of the report that changes on a semi-annual basis. So this piece is from the period October 1, 2022 through March 31st of 2023. And again, those capital recovery fees for water and wastewater are $2,614 and $2,724 respectively. Capital fees recovered during this period for water was $850,558.68, plus accrued interest of $3,305.75 at an average interest rate of 2.41%. Fees collected for wastewater, $783,343, plus accrued interest of $3,044.52, again at that 2.41%. New construction starts during that period of time. Single family broken down in both Lewisville proper and that portion of Lewisville that was formerly Castle Hills. You see $832,562 in Lewisville, $387,011.13 in what was formerly Castle Hills. New commercial construction, $668,834.28, and nothing in Castle Hills. Commercial shell buildings, $209,781.50 in Lewisville proper, $197,230.97 in those properties formerly Castle Hills. And then multifamily, looks like we have $36,910.70 in Lewisville, $313,140.36 in Castle Hills. Apartment complex information, eightplex at South Village, one building permit issued for one building containing 8 dwelling units, and then Aurora Crown Center Phase 2 over in the Castle Hills area, much larger development. So concluding this portion of the report, City of Lewisville has not reported any written complaints or perceived inequities or inadequacies in regard to the capital improvement plan or the impact fee requirements. And we are in compliance with Chapter 395 of the Texas Local Government Code. I mentioned the 2018 September date. I do want to let y'all know that we're due. This is a 5-year look, and we are due again beginning this year. Planning, our partners in the planning department have got a contract in place with Fraser Nichols to review the land use assumptions and population projections. You'll remember we did that in advance of the last report. We have seen some changes in density in some of our areas, and then some other areas in and east of the Old Town area that we expect new residential and some density in there that's causing us to want to relook at those population projections again, make sure that that we have accurate numbers for the needs of the collection system in that area, that additional residential density doesn't cause a problem in our collection system where we lack the capacity to handle that growth. So we're going to restudy that. Planning is going to help us with that. Public Services is working with HDR Engineering, who will take those population projections, those land use assumptions, and put them into our master plans, revise any line sizes, any plant capacities, any pumping capacity issues, storage issues that we need in the collection and distribution system. We'll recalculate those impact fees and present to you both land use assumptions and population projections, and very likely water and wastewater collection and distribution master plans, and then the report where we will make a recommendation on the new impact fees that may be appropriate based on those new costs associated with that infrastructure and continued development. And then we'll ask you to make a recommendation to City Council on that. So any questions with respect to the report or where we are going forward?
Any questions, commissioners? Discussion?
Okay. I do also want to let you know that today is my last day reporting to y'all. I've submitted my retirement to the city, and I'll be here at the city through the end of May. I know Jim Prochi, our new assistant city manager, who's my boss, is diligently working to replace my position, backfill my position. Maybe an internal promotion, or it may be an outside candidate, but making sure in my transition to retirement that I keep him and my future replacement abreast of anything that we're doing. And so when they're here for the next meeting, they should be up to speed. So,
Well, thank you so much for your years of service. Congratulations on your retirement. We will miss you.
thank you. I appreciate it. And I believe there is a consideration of acceptance of the report and forward it to the City Council for review. So.
Okay. So at this time, we will go ahead and take a motion for consideration of the acceptance of this report for forwarding to the City Council for review.
Move to accept the report as presented and forward it to the City Council for review.
Second.
Motion by Karen, second by Francis. Vote now. Motion passes 6-0. Final item tonight is the adjournment of the Capital Improvements Advisory Committee. May I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
Motion by Francis. Is that Robert again?
Yep.
Okay, second by Robert. Did you click in?
Yes. Press it
There
to
we go.
motion.
There it is.
Vote now. Motion passes 6-0. We are adjourned.